Today, we are diving into the latest updates and strategic implications of the U.S. military presence in the Philippines. With tensions in the South China Sea escalating, this topic is more relevant than ever. Let's break down the recent developments, the nature of U.S.-Philippines military cooperation, and the broader geopolitical context. The U.S. and the Philippines share a long history of military collaboration dating back to the early 20th century. This relationship was solidified through the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, which obligates both nations to support each other in the event of an external attack. This foundational treaty has been the bedrock of bilateral military cooperation for decades. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty is one of the oldest defense agreements in the region, demonstrating the long-standing strategic partnership between the U.S. and the Philippines. In 2014, the U.S. and the Philippines signed the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, allowing the U.S. to rotate troops and build facilities within Philippine bases. Initially, 5 bases were included in this agreement, with an additional 4 added in 2023. The bases under EDCA include strategic locations such as Basa Air Base and Fort Magsaysay on Luzon Island, crucial for operations in the South China Sea. The EDCA also facilitates humanitarian assistance and disaster relief efforts, making it a multifaceted agreement beneficial for both military and civilian purposes. The U.S. military presence in the Philippines has seen significant activity in strategic deployments recently aimed at enhancing the alliance between the two nations and addressing regional security concerns. Here are some of the key developments and deployments. One of the most notable recent deployments is the presence of Carrier Strike Group 1, led by the USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70. This group includes USS Carl Vinson, CVN-70, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. The USS Carl Vinson is equipped with a wide array of aircraft, including FA-18 Super Hornets, E-2C Hawkeyes, and MH-60R/S helicopters. The carrier plays a central role in projecting air power and supporting maritime security operations in the region. USS Princeton, CG-59, a Ticonderoga-class guided missile cruiser, the USS Princeton is armed with Tomahawk cruise missiles, Standard Missile 2, SAM-2, and advanced radar systems providing both offensive and defensive capabilities. USS Kidd, DDG-100, and USS Sterett, DDG-104. These Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers are equipped with the Aegis combat system, capable of tracking and neutralizing multiple aerial and missile threats. They also provide anti-submarine and surface warfare capabilities. These ships have participated in joint patrols and exercises with the Philippine Navy, demonstrating a strong commitment to maintaining freedom of navigation and deterring potential aggressors in the South China Sea. In response to increased Chinese aggression in the South China Sea, the U.S., along with Japan, Australia, and the Philippines, has initiated joint maritime patrols. These patrols aim to ensure freedom of navigation. By conducting these patrols, the Allied nations affirm their commitment to international maritime laws and the principle of freedom of navigation. This is crucial in countering China's extensive territorial claims in the South China Sea. Enhance interoperability. These operations improve coordination and communication among the participating navies, enhancing their ability to operate together effectively during crises. Demonstrate unity. The joint presence of multiple Allied navies serves as a powerful signal to China and other regional actors about the collective resolve to maintain stability and uphold international norms in the Indo-Pacific region. The U.S. has significantly invested in upgrading and expanding military infrastructure in the Philippines, focusing on base upgrades under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA. The U.S. has allocated millions of dollars to improve facilities at key bases such as Basa Air Base and Fort Magsaysay. These upgrades include constructing new barracks, warehouses, airstrips, and command centers. New facilities. Recent developments include the construction of fuel storage facilities and additional hangars to support rotational deployments and joint exercises. These improvements enhance the logistical and operational capabilities of both U.S. and Philippine forces. Support for disaster relief. Enhanced facilities also enable better response capabilities for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations, a critical aspect of the U.S.-Philippines military partnership. The U.S. has invested over $82 million in improving Philippine military bases under the EDCA, significantly enhancing the operational readiness and capabilities of both nations. Given the significant investments in increased military presence in the Philippines, do you believe this will effectively deter Chinese aggression in the South China Sea? Share your thoughts in the comments. The strategic significance of the U.S. military presence in the Philippines cannot be overstated. The Philippines' proximity to the South China Sea makes it a critical location for monitoring and countering Chinese maritime activities. The U.S. presence also serves as a deterrent against potential Chinese aggression, providing a security umbrella for the region. The South China Sea is one of the world's busiest maritime regions, with an estimated $3.37 trillion worth of international trade passing through its waters annually. Tensions in the South China Sea have been rising steadily. China claims almost the entire South China Sea as its territory, which has led to conflicts with several Southeast Asian nations, including the Philippines. Incidents such as the ramming of Filipino fishing vessels and the use of water cannons by the Chinese Coast Guard against Philippine resupply missions have exacerbated these tensions. In response to these provocations, the U.S. has increased its military activities in the region. Joint exercises and patrols with the Philippine Navy aim to demonstrate a united front against Chinese coercion and uphold international maritime laws. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines in a case against China's claims in the South China Sea. However, China has refused to acknowledge the ruling and continues its assertive actions in the region. The Philippine government under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has shown a renewed commitment to its alliance with the U.S. This shift is partly due to increasing Chinese assertiveness in the South China Sea. The presence of U.S. forces is seen as a stabilizing factor, providing the Philippines with greater leverage in its territorial disputes with China. However, this partnership is not without controversy. Some local leaders and segments of the population are concerned about becoming entangled in the U.S.-China rivalry, fearing that increased military activities could escalate into a broader conflict. In addition to the Carrier Strike Group 1 deployment, several other exercises and cooperative activities highlight the robust nature of the U.S.-Philippines military relationship. Balikatan exercises. These annual exercises involve thousands of U.S. and Filipino troops working together on various military operations, including amphibious assaults, disaster relief, and counterterrorism drills. These exercises are crucial for improving interoperability between the two forces and showcasing their combined capabilities. Command exercises focused on enhancing amphibious operations and humanitarian assistance. Command involves the U.S. Marine Corps working closely with their Philippine counterparts. These exercises help both nations respond more effectively to natural disasters and security threats in the region. Visiting Forces Agreement VFA. This agreement facilitates the rotational deployment of U.S. forces in the Philippines, providing a legal framework for their presence and ensuring that both nations can conduct joint exercises and training activities efficiently. The increased U.S. military presence in the Philippines is part of a broader strategy to counter China's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific region. This strategy includes Freedom of Navigation Operations, FONOPs. The U.S. Navy conducts regular FONOPs in the South China Sea to challenge China's maritime claims and assert international navigation rights. These operations are crucial for maintaining the principle of freedom of the seas. Quad partnership, the U.S. has strengthened its security ties with India, Japan, and Australia through the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, Quad. This partnership aims to promote a free and open Indo-Pacific and counterbalance China's regional ambitions. Bilateral and multilateral defense agreements. The U.S. continues to enhance its defense relationships with other Southeast Asian nations, including Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia. These partnerships help create a network of allies and partners committed to regional security and stability. Looking ahead, the U.S.-Philippines military cooperation is likely to deepen. Planned infrastructure projects and continued joint exercises will enhance the operational capabilities of both nations. The strategic focus will remain on ensuring a free and open Indo-Pacific, countering Chinese influence, and maintaining regional stability. The U.S. military presence in the Philippines is a cornerstone of regional security in Southeast Asia. As tensions in the South China Sea continue to rise, this alliance is more critical than ever. By working together, the U.S. and the Philippines aim to uphold international laws, deter aggression, and ensure peace and stability in the region. How do you think the U.S.-Philippines military alliance will evolve in the next decade? Do you foresee any major changes or challenges? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on global military developments and geopolitical analysis.